I jumped into the staging branch for the console version of Rust, so you don't have to. So let's go over the changes that are likely going to be coming to the console version of Rust, what's good, what's bad, and where we should be going from here. But first, before we do that, hit the subscribe button. You keep coming back to this channel. Maybe this is your third or fourth video that you watch. Maybe it's your second or even your first, but it just gets embarrassing when you see that button and you haven't clicked it yet. So right now, hit it down and let's get into this. So first things first, the tech tree. That is the least controversial change that has been added in the staging branch, in my opinion, and it is an altogether good change. What this means is now you can farm scrap and almost guarantee yourself a path to any one thing that you want to research. If you want to get C4, you can either go out, you can hope that you randomly get it, or if you just grind away, you can get enough scrap to run down the tech tree to the point where you can get C4. This is a good change. It means that people who are unlucky are going to get a little bit of a leg up, and it doesn't really add too many disadvantages. This system already exists on the PC version of Rust, and overall, everybody loves it. Tech tree should be coming out, I'm hoping, with the next wipe of monthlies, but we'll see what happens. Next up, gestures. In my opinion, that doesn't really add anything. It doesn't take anything away, though. They're there. I don't think many people are going to use them. It doesn't look like you can flick people off, which is probably something that everybody wants to do because it's Rust. But it doesn't look like you can do that, and you can't give a Nazi salute. So, I mean, there's sort of an empty gesture. Next up, we've got aim assist and different gun handlings. This is going to be the most controversial change. The recoil for the guns has been upped a little bit compared to what is currently on the console version of Rust, and aim assist has been added. For aim assist, I personally didn't notice too much of a difference. It does seem to slow down a little bit when you draw your gun over another player. It seems to sort of center on their center of mass a little bit more, but everybody has it, so honestly, it's one of those things that, like, it doesn't really add or take anything away if you're not one of the better players in the game. I am not. Full disclosure, my aim's horrible, right? So for me, it probably made me a little bit better at the game. For some of you, though, it's going to make you a little bit worse. And for people who spend 1,000 or something hours learning recoil and all of that, it's going to make you way worse. And for those people, this is an extremely controversial change because they're used to shitting on people and they're going to be able to do just a little bit less shit. They might not be doing any diarrheas recently. But yeah, like, it's a take it or leave it type thing. It's going to make the game a little bit more accessible to players who just haven't put the time in and players who are just jumping into the game. Overall, I think it's really healthy for the player base, and I think that this game shouldn't be encouraging people to spend thousands of hours learning recoil. You could literally learn the AK recoil in real life. You could learn how to shoot a real life gun faster than you learn to shoot a gun in this game, and I think that's ridiculous. So I like it. A lot of people hate it, and one other thing, it does take away a little bit of the advantage that keyboard and mouse get because aim assist for the controllers just makes them, it makes them better, right? It makes them more accurate. Controllers are inaccurate, keyboard and mouse are more accurate. Some people are going to debate that, but I think that's a fact for 99% of the player base, and this takes away some of the advantage that keyboard and mouse have. But guess what? You shouldn't be using keyboard and mouse anyways, so get screwed. Next up, different server configurations. I love it. The servers are bigger, the maps are bigger, and that's huge. The maps just feel a lot more empty. It feels like you can go to some of these sort of remote points and actually set up a base and spend your time just playing around, building, doing whatever you want. And that's something you can't get right now on the main console version of Rust. It feels like everywhere you go, you're running into someone, whether it's a clown or a joker or someone that's just going to light you up. You're running into them left and right and center. Now, with these bigger maps, it doesn't quite feel that way. You can go to areas on the map where you know there's going to be players, and you can actually get into really good battles, just like you can on the console version of Rust, the main branch. But you can also go to these edge points, these edge areas, and play to your heart's content or build to your heart's content, and that's really nice. You can get to go know your neighbors, you can create some sort of HOA, and then you can make someone paint their house red. It's all up to you, but yeah, it's a nicer feeling in my opinion. I think that's an amazing change. One other thing that hasn't really been called out by too many players, they did change the hotbar selection, and I don't like that. But yeah, that's my overall take on the staging branch. That's what I think about it, and that's what I think about the changes. Let me know down below what you think about these changes. I think some of you are going to hate them, some of you are going to love them, but I'm really curious to hear it. And if you're on PlayStation and you should be seeing the staging branch, but you're not, this is one solution that I've heard proposed that seems to work for a lot of people. Download the PlayStation app, go on your phone, look for the staging branch of Rust there, the Rust staging branch, and then hit add that to your library or hit add to your library, and that should work for the PlayStation. I don't have a PlayStation, so I'm not 100% sure if this works. I can't try it out for myself, but it seems like something that a lot of people have said works for them, so hopefully this will be useful to some of you with PlayStation looking to get into the staging branch. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace.